Hello, everyone. I will share with you today the terror barrier and how to, well, Bob says how to trample the terror barrier. And how it starts is we have goals that we want to go after. And they have three types of goals. There is an A goal. An A goal is something you are doing right now. You know how to do it. And if you go after it, it wouldn't cause much growth. And then you have a big goal. A big goal is something you can reason and say, if I do this, I'll get that. This doesn't cause much growth either. And there is also a C goal. A C goal is something you go after that's way beyond where you have been before. You have never achieved anything like it. And in going after it, it's going to cause you to grow in ways that you haven't grown before. It's going to cause you to grow in understanding, in awareness, and into a greater limit of freedom, wealth, health, and happiness. And when we focus on a C goal, there is a process to attaining your goal. And you have what we call, I introduced that in another video, the mind. Now, when we ask someone to think about the mind, they don't have a picture. The brain is not the mind. The mind is invisible to our senses. But in order to get order and understanding to work with the mind and know how it operates and how we can use it, we create a picture. This picture was created by Dr. Thurman Fleet, and he drew a circle representing the mind. And there is the top part is called the conscious mind, and the bottom part is called the subconscious mind. Now, the top part, the conscious mind, is your reasoning mind. And this is where you decide what you want, what goal you want. You have the five senses attached to it. And within the conscious mind, you have the intellectual faculties. Those are your creative tools, your innate ability to create something where you never had before. And we start with perception. You have reason, you have imagination, and we have intuition, we have memory, and we have the will. And with these, we can choose a goal to work with. And as you use these to impress your goal upon the subconscious mind, your body moves into, let this represent the body. Your body moves into vibration. That's your feelings. And your feelings cause you to take action. And in your environment, there is interaction. And from this, you receive your results. When we do this, something happens. We choose a big goal, a C-type goal, as I explained earlier. C-type goal is the type of goal where you have never attained. It's going to cause you to grow and stretch beyond where you are. You don't know how to achieve it, and you go after it. And you implant your C-type goal for your mind. Something happens. And Bob calls this part where you are bondage. I'll draw it right here. Or as Bob puts it, it's a little bit further down. Bondage is where you are living right now, and you know what to do to have what you want. And this is where you are living in the vibration in your subconscious mind. And your vibration causes you to take X actions where you get X results. And you can stay there a long time, but when you set that new goal, you start working with something new beyond the X that keeps you in bondage. And here, you start working with a Y idea, which is your C goal. I didn't put it here. So here we go. And as you start working with this goal, you use your reasoning faculty, reason, to choose a C goal. And when you choose this C goal, let's call the C goal the Y. You have the X and the C goal is the Y. But the Y is only in the conscious mind. In the conscious mind. And the X is in the subconscious mind. And of course, the body is still in X and you're still getting X results. And you start, and here you call this reason. You use your reasoning faculty to decide what you want and what to work with. Now, as you start working with that Y factor, which is greater than the X, something is going to start happening here. And you are very happy you chose this goal. You're excited. Let's say you're going to meet. You want to have, you were working for $5,000 down here per month, and you decided to go for $25,000. That's your Y goal. And you put the Y in the conscious mind. You reason, you chose a Y goal, and you are feeling incredible. Oh my God, I'm gonna be wealthier. I'll be freer to do more, to be more, to have more, and to give more. And you are still okay. But the moment here where you start taking this Y goal, you take the Y goal and you start impressing it in the subconscious mind, something begins to happen, right? And as this begins to happen, you start having an XY goal in the subconscious mind. And what happens when you have that is you start feeling strange. And what happened to some people is once they start feeling this anxiety or fear, because those two goals meet. A lot of images come to the mind of all different kind of fears, all different kind of reasons what's going to happen, which is not really there, why they should abandon their new goal. And you find that the body is in that mood where it says, go do it, don't go do it, go do it, don't go do it. And there is this fear that comes up, and the fear causes us to come against something like a wall, an invisible wall. Now, Bob called this wall the terror barrier. It's an invisible wall. It's the terror barrier. I wish I could draw it invisible for you guys. Probably I should have put bricks in it somewhere. And when you come against that wall, that invisible wall, but it's fear inside of you, a lot of people tend to shrink back. They let go of the why goal and they go back to bondage and they never go forward. What this presentation and this video is trying to help you understand is, with knowledge, the knowledge I'm sharing with you, you gain understanding. And this understanding is beyond reason. You know, the reasoning faculty, you just had the why in the conscious mind. Well, with this knowledge, it takes you beyond reason and it brings you into a place of faith based on understanding. You come to understand what's taking place between you and this wall, what's happening inside of you, the XY factor, right? And because you understand what's taking place, because you have that knowledge, you understand what's taking place, it makes it easier, not really easier, because you still have to walk through that fear. It gives you the understanding, and with faith and a sense of strength through that understanding to break through that terror barrier and go into what Bob called freedom. As you enter into freedom, what happens is you enter that Y, which is up here and down here. The Y becomes your new X. But what happened is that you attain your goal, and that Y becomes your new X, and you're in a place of freedom. You have greater ability. You have gained that $25,000. You know how to do it. In the process, you have grown in your self-image. You have grown in your attitude. You have grown in communication. You have grown in correct knowledge, which brings understanding and faith beyond reason. And you attain your 25. Now, as your 25,000 becomes your X, you might want to go after another goal, a greater goal, something different. And you have to go through the process all over again. But as you go through the process this time, you have that understanding, you have that knowledge, but the fear don't go away, because every time you go to someone, to a new level, a higher way of living and doing things, you have to break through the terror barrier of the old X to bring your Y to be the new X. So the terror barrier is always there. And with this great understanding that you have, you're going to break through and keep attaining higher and higher goals. The more you watch this video, the more you read about this, the more you study what we teach and what we guide you through and coach you through, the more this is going to become a permanent part of you. And that strength based on understanding and faith, that new perception will be like second nature to you. I hope what I just shared with you will help you go through a lot of things that have kept you back and help you achieve great things, where you can be more in your life, you can do more in your life, you can have more, you can give more. This is what life is all about. And I am grateful to Bob Proctor, who shared this with me. And I'm very happy and excited that I can share it with you and whoever else might want to take a look at it and change their life. And with this, I want to wish you the best of life, the best of success, and greater freedom always. And have a wonderful life.